Welcome, traveler, to Class&Cool, where campfires crackle, steel sings, and legends are forged one pull at a time. Tonight, we venture into forgotten ruins, brave dangerous dungeons, and chase rare loot across wild frontiers. Allies may rise, enemies may awaken, and the next epic story could begin with our very first step. Ready your spells, sharpen your blade. The adventure starts now.
All right, welcome back to Class&Cool. Hope everybody's having a good night. It's another late night for some Monsters and Memories. I think this is day 6 of the beta test for me. Hope everybody's excited. In about 6 days on March 27th, they're going to be having a public beta test starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, so hope you guys check it out. For those of you that don't know what Monsters and Memories is or what Class&Cool is my channel where I cover classically inspired MMORPGs and classic MMOs like EverQuest, Project 1999, Project Quorum, which are the emulated servers, but I also like classic WoW, which I haven't had a chance to play with, but you know, if you're into that, I think you'll be just as happy here as you would be anywhere else. Monsters and Memories is a completely self-funded indie dev team. They are not a GoFundMe. They don't have any investors, and they don't take any money for their project from the viewers. So a little bit different than what you've seen for the past maybe 10 to 15 years. So it's a breath of fresh air. For anyone curious, there's almost 50 volunteers / contractors. 37 of them are listed on the monstersandmemories.com website, and 8 of them stream and have been streaming for the past 5 years. So they're very active with the community. Definitely recommend you guys check them out on Twitch, on YouTube, and of course just go on their website if you want to learn more about them. Not affiliated with the dev team, not affiliated with their anything. I just like their project. So other things I'm into is Agile and Online. They are having a playtest on April 1st that is lasting 6 days. So be sure to check that out. I'll be posting something along those lines closer to March 1st. So you'll see more on that. But for now, without further ado, let's get in. I do want to say a quick thank you. Apparently I have the best community on the internet. I've said this before, and I'm not going to make a long story out of it, but I did not intend to build a community here. I just wanted to record some of my EverQuest footage so I can rewatch it down the road for memory's sake. And somehow we have reached a new milestone. We are at 1,000 subs. So that's crazy. So apologize if that was loud, but that was for you guys. I was not expecting that. I would have never expected that in a million years. So I'm very grateful for you guys. I want to say that every single one of you that I talk to during the stream, every single person I respond to in the comment section, I really feel like you guys are just here in the room with me, just like in the late 90s playing Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. Everybody's on the couch chilling. You know, it really feels like a cool environment where we're just chilling. So I really appreciate you guys. You make this place what it is, right? So completely unexpected, but still nevertheless grateful. Now let's simmer down now, because I don't want to grow this past 1,000. I think 1,000 is as high as it should go. Don't want to have many subs and a lot of attention, and you know, this is meant to just be a chill place to hang out and have fun. So don't hit the sub button. You can hit like if you want, just don't subscribe, because we don't want to grow this channel too much. I know it sounds like I'm joking, but I honestly don't want the pressure of having a large channel. So no, but I genuinely thank you. Like, means a lot. It shows support. I get it. And it shows that you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. So thank you. Genuinely. Means a lot. So without further ado, let's get into Monsters and Memories. Let's go on an adventure. Let's see what we get into. Last night, we'll recap what we did last night. But last night was amazing. And yeah, let's get to it. All right. I figured we'd start off the day with some parkour. If you haven't already, make sure you flip the YouTube switch to 4K. I promise you it's worth it, especially if you're on the big screen. It makes everything look crispy, right? So don't make my investment go in vain. The 5080 and the 32-inch OLED 4K. I want it to look nice for you guys, right? So hopefully it looks crispy on your end. But this is the view from the top of Night Harbor. And you gotta love the draw distance, man. You can see the ruins. You can see the Eye of Mordor type of castle over there. And then everything else going on over here. You got the Night Harbor docks over there. And I'm going to show you guys a little secret. I did not know this existed. But what do we have in here? So I went up these stairs. Check it out. This is all new. Can you imagine when this is all fleshed out? I mean, we got a legit palace over here. You know, once they add the NPCs and the mobs, like I said yesterday, you know, there's a slum in the city. There's like different guilds in the city. There's cults in the city. There's merchants. And this would be where like the royal palace people are, you know? And right now, just fair warning, this is my first time running over here. So anything I screw up right now, it's because this is my first time running over here with you guys. Monte Leon said he's late. Yes, you're right. You're right. I'm always late. Ublansky, what's up, brother? Good to see you. And Drew said good evening and congrats on 1K. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. So this is a teleporter. Let's see where this takes us. Or if it's even active. Okay, it's not active. Okay, so that answered our question. But yeah, I wanted to show this off because I thought it was really cool. You know, things are going to get more fleshed out as the game gets developed. I'm very excited that, you know, come June 1st, allegedly, right, things are subject to change, but, you know, the goal is to go into early access in June. All these dates are obviously subject to change. You know, it's a lot of hard work developing an MMO. But we're not going to run around here too much because a lot of this is unfinished. I want to go on an adventure. Last night, I ran into my boy Luke, or I'm sorry, I'm going to just, it's Pandarus. Oh, look at that water, dude. Oh, that looks tight. Like the shallow. We've seen water before, but it looks cool when it's shallow like that. You see the ripples? And anyway, so we were with Pandarus and Vante. And we went into Telekir, which is like this cat dungeon type of cave. city. So I got in a good group. We learned how to do a corpse run yesterday. I think it was my first corpse run of this playthrough, so that was fun. And apparently, not apparently, but the way it happened is I fell off a cliff. It wasn't even because of the cats, so that was fun. So what we want to do is we want to first sell all of our goodies. Okay, so we have, let me do something really quick. So mini stats. So I'm encumbered, as you can see right here, the red 120 over 118. So we're gonna go ahead and sell all the goodies we got yesterday, and towards the end of the night we got these Sandwalker's leggings, so +3 strength, which is very welcome. We're not gonna jump from there because that's gonna be unpleasant. Drew said, wow, that's looking great. Big improvement since the last playtest. No, I agree, dude. I was looking back at footage from 2 years ago, and I was actually at the same tippity top, and it looked completely different. Like the surfaces here were flat. None of it was like stone texture. It was just flat textures. And yeah, man, it was just, it's night and day different, and they're just chipping away at it. I was on their website today, and I was, I've looked at their dev list before, but what I was surprised to learn is, so there's now 37 team members on the website, but there's actually more than that because some of them are contractors. So Sean mentioned this in one of his streams. On the website it shares how much money they've spent year to date. I think it's like, I don't know if it's year to date or over the course of like a few years, but it was like 140,000 of their own money. And so there's obviously contractors that they're likely paying for some of the work. Again, allegedly, I'm just speculating, because what I understood is there's 50 plus people working on the game, and 37 of them are on the website. Let me show you what I mean really quick. Some show and tell. So right here, so this is everyone right here. So I'm just gonna do a fast scroll just so you can see how many people there are, because last time I checked it wasn't this many people, but that's a lot of people. It's scrolling really fast, but that's 37 people. And then I made a list. Hold on. Where's my list? So I made a list. So out of everyone on that list, there was 37 people total. 8 of them stream on Twitch. 1 of them streams on YouTube. Well, that's Robert Engstrand. That's the music you're listening to. So he has his YouTube page. And then the only person that wasn't on the website was ZBrushed. So ZBrushed, he was streaming today. He's doing artwork, but if he hears this, I apologize. Maybe you're a contractor, because I noticed in the description it says contractor work, but he's worked shoulder to shoulder with Zukin, but I noticed his name wasn't on the monstersandmemories.com website. So I don't know. I'm just putting 1 and 2 together. I'm like, okay, so maybe that's an example of like the contractor work, and then there's people that are dedicated team members. So again, I'm just assuming, but 37 people, that's grown from like a tiny team over the course of 5 years. Everyone's a volunteer. Everyone's kind of chipping in. After lunch, I'm sure some people are going to want to stick around, maybe full-time, maybe part-time, maybe no time, maybe stick around, do some contracting work. I don't know. I'm not I don't keep up with their business practices, but I said all that to say, it's nice to hear how many people are involved, because I was getting nervous with early access so close, because it's a lot of work, man. I did a little math equation yesterday, and I said if they're targeting early access, and then they want to do modules, which is like mini expansions to release additional zones, additional starter cities, additional races. There's 7 races available right now, but there's only 2 starter cities, and projected they want 12 races, maybe 13 if you count the lizard people, but that hasn't been officialized yet. So let's just say 12. It would be like a module every 4 months, and if you do that consistently over 2 years, that would release all 12 cities, all 12 races, you know what I mean? Because if you have 2 of the main cities left, that means you have 10 cities to go. And you saw how massive Night Harbor is. Like, we were just right up there in the temple, then we ran to the like courtyard area, then we ran through I'd call this like the middle class area, right? But there's like an entire area on the other side of the city for like slums, and then you have like the noob area, and then you have another noob area, and then you have an underground area, and then you have a temple area out on the water, and then you have the water area itself. Like, this one zone is massive. It's obnoxiously massive. So it's a lot of work, and I'm excited to see how many people are actually involved, because I've been around long enough to when there was only a few people. So my brain still works from that perspective. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like 3 people doing this, right? But in reality, there's 37 official team members plus more. And I think ZBrush even said it online today. He was like 50 people. That's what inspired me to even bring this up, because when he said 50 plus people, I was like, holy moly, I did not know there's 50 people working on this. So that's good news. That's some good news, and happy to hear that. Let me catch up with the chat. I already saw that. Drew said, wow, that's looking great. Big improvement since the last playtest. Yes. All right. So question of the day. Do we sell this stuff, or do we convert it into cloth? Let's check our cloth. We only have 2. Dang, man, I don't know what I should do. Let's wait on that. Let's sell our used weapons first. I honestly really want to save up for a new weapon. Let me think. Realistically, what use do I have for cloth right now? Cloth bandages. I'm not going to make armor with them. For torches, let me see. For torches, I just need resin and wood. I need cloth for this, but I can just say that. So the only thing I really need cloth for right now is bandages. Okay, we're going to skip on the... We're just going to sell the stuff. That's what we're going to do. So let's sell it. So... Sell, and sell. Okay. Next we have the rawhide. We have an Ashira tail, Ashira warrior bracer. What's the AC on this? And then we have a bunch of other stuff. Ashira warrior necklace. I don't know if you can sell these. And then we have some cabbage, a pelt, some fruit. All right, we're gonna move this over here so we can sell all of this. Fletching kit. Okay, and then I have some more armor here. Rawhide, tattered leggings, tattered leather. Oh, that's what I had earlier. Oh, so I replaced my Sandwalker leggings with. Okay. So I already had some pretty good leggings. Let's think about this, but first we're gonna go sell our vegetables. Enjoy some B-roll. Wait, before I forget. So we were doing some fishing the other day, and I noticed that there's a spices salesperson there, so maybe that assists with maybe that has something to do with cooking fish, but probably not. Jewel crafter is in that building. Cool. Dang, Hoop already bought this house? That's crazy. Oh, Corvid. I know you, Corvid. Corvid bought this house. Corvid bought that house. Toriel bought this house. Can you go inside? Wait, what? Bell pepper. Oh, looks like the inventory glitch is still going on. I thought they put out. I thought Ali put out a hot fix today, but fish wife. Okay. Okay, there. Let's go ahead and sell this stuff. All right. So we leveled up to level 9 yesterday. That means we're gonna go get our level 9 skill. I'm excited to see what that is. And we definitely need to get a Spirit of Wild so we can run a little faster. So what I was thinking about doing today is getting up my... I want to get a sword, basically. Oh, I love these horses, dude. Zukin and ZBrush, man. Zukin is one of my favorite devs. I've been following him for a very long time. You know, I think we all have our favorites. Like, I've seen Goblin, I've seen Chinny D, I've seen all of them, but I go way back in, like, the earlier stages of development, and Zukin was one of the first people I used to watch do the artwork. And that's why he, like, became my favorite, because I'm into graphics design and illustration. So watching the process, like, for 6 hours straight, just like painting textures, for some people they might find that boring, but for me it was just like really interesting. He's an absolute legend, you know. Customs agent, what are you doing? Customs agent, I don't know what you do, but convert coins. Okay, cool. We got 21 silver. So we did well yesterday. So I'm thinking about buying a new sword. And since we've been using a piercing weapon, hold on, let me ask these people for an SOW. Anyone spare a SO? What kind of buff is that? That's Holy Valor. Let's see, what's Vontae talking mess for? Let's see what he said. Vontae said, watching tonight on the big screen, bud. Don't do anything too embarrassing. Oh my gosh. You know, it's funny. You're a bad influence, because as soon as you said embarrassing, I was about to stand up and do a dance. Like, don't encourage that behavior. Drew said, I'm really torn on which class to play once I get in. Lots of great options. Yeah, man, that's a good problem to have, I gotta say. This is just my personal strategy, but what I'm gonna do here, whoops. Oh my gosh. Here's my strategy, I'll tell you what it is. So what I was gonna say is, here's my strategy. So I'm really excited for 1.0 launch. Okay. I'm gonna treat early access for what it is. It's early access to an unfinished game. So I don't want to min-max and rush to level 60, 50, whatever the cap is. What I want to do is I want to try the different classes. So I want to make a druid, I want to make a magician, or whatever the class name is. It's the one with the pet. I want to do a beastmaster, I want to do an archer, I want to do a ranger, I want to do a spellblade, and I want to do a rogue. What else? I think that's it for now. I can't think of anything else. But with that being said, I don't want, like, I'm gonna level them to like maybe level 20 or something like that, and then I'm gonna make an alt, and then level 20, and then make an alt, because I might shift on that. You know what I mean? Like, it might change, but that's kind of like my initial thoughts. That way, I'm not spoiling the world for myself. But if I'm using the logic of, oh, spoiling the world, well, technically the world is not going to be finished, so there's not going to be, you're not going to be able to spoil the world if only 20% of the world is complete for early access launch. So that kind of destroys my logic there. But we'll see. That's my initial plan. That's my initial thinking. All right, so tattered leather leggings. So tattered rawhide vest. This is... Oh, I didn't know I had a vest. Hold up. Oh. Okay. Well, either way, I want to get rid of this well-worn shirt. Okay, let's see here. Okay, a sheer warrior bracer. We'll sell that. Tattered rawhide cloak. I'll sell that. Tattered... Dang, these are nice. I didn't even know I had these. Grub fists, filthy mantle. 6 AC, 1 strength. Alright, tattered, sell that. A sheer warrior pelt. Alright. Okay, we've sold almost everything. Let's see. Ooh, we need arrows, dude. Okay, so we're gonna need to chop some wood, and we're gonna need to get some stone. Oh, let me get my notepad out before I forget. 321. Arrows. Wood. Stone. New sword. Reach. Level 10. Get level 9 and 10 skills. Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure I got an idea of what I'm getting into tonight. Drew said, oh, Vontae said, oh yeah, I'm the bad influence for sure. Yeah, well, you know, just because I am, you know, I have to learn from somebody, so I learn from the best, Vontae. No, but you're right. Dang, man, it looks so cool with the weather effects. It's crazy how the sun looks different depending on like the weather. That's tight. But yeah, Drew said regarding the classes and everything, I imagine I'll do something similar. And then Vontae said, I would go 25 to 30. Most classes feel solid and fleshed out by 20 and you start having real fun. You know what I really like though? By level 8, you start to really feel what the class is all about. You know, that's just my personal opinion. I don't know, I just noticed that. I noticed that like the archer by level 7 or 8, I was feeling like, okay, I understand the archer now. I understand what the archer is good at. And it gives you a good insight into like the future of what's to come. All right, so we are level 9. We got interrupting shot. We got flurry of arrows. Let's read into this. Okay. Prepare yourself to unleash a flurry of arrows, instantly resetting the cooldown of your quick shot ability and increasing your range damage dealt by 50% for 12 seconds. This ability resets the cooldown of quick shot a second time when it ends. Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right, let's buy that. And we're going to go ahead and buy our level 10 now. Because we're pretty close. We're pretty close to leveling up, so we might as well just get it now. So, aimed shot. What does aimed shot do? Fire an aimed shot at your target, dealing 100% to 150% weapon damage plus 1 at level 1 to 80 at level 60 physical damage, and reducing incoming healing effects by 50% for 30 seconds. Ooh, that would be perfect when I'm fighting Ashira druids or shamans. Oh, I already had it maxed out. My bad. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Additionally, if your target is below 20 health, this ability rolls its damage twice. Oh, that's very OP. Let's see how much. We have 22. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and memorize these. What I like about Monsters and Memories is that instead of carrying around the scrolls, you can actually memorize them. Oh. Okay, well, apparently not. So what I thought it used to be is that instead of carrying around the scrolls, you can memorize the spells into your spell book, even if you're not high enough level. So we're going to keep that in our bag. Maybe that's something that changed. All right. Drew said, good advice. Definitely want to play some kind of healer. Was leaning druid, but seems like they'll probably be overpopulated. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a druid. But when I looked at the statistics of how many people played the druid on the alpha tests, it felt like it was like 80% of the community was like doing a druid, but I think that's pretty normal. I mean, there's so many things that they do well, so they're just like a very well-balanced class. But honestly, I would say, like, if you're a new player to especially this kind of MMO, druid would probably be a good choice because they're good in groups, they're good in solo, they get teleport, you know, they're like a jack of all trades. The only thing they're not good at is DPS, you know, melee DPS. All right. Dan Molina, cheers, brother. Good to see you here. All right, let's do this. Let's grab a torch. We're gonna craft a torch, actually. Oh, look, it's Vontae. Oh my gosh, my hero. Oh no, here he comes again. This is the bad influence I was talking about. Vontae, and he's giving me copper, he's giving me wood. Jeez, man. Thank you, brother. The ring is from Gal. Oh, metal and wood from figure out how to make arrows. Oh. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. I'm gonna need to try that. Thanks. So, dang. Okay, so now I'm intrigued. So copper bar, and then wood. Okay, so let's think really quick. Okay, so he just gave me a ring. What is this? +1 strength, +1 stamina. That's huge. Let's get our torch out. And let's get our fletching kit out. Fletching kit. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. Let's try one of these copper bars and one wood. Combine. These items do not combine into anything. Okay, let's try 2 wood. Combine. Okay, nothing. Let's try 2 copper bars. Okay, let's see what happens when we do 8 and 8. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay. So we're going to figure that out in just a minute. Let me add that to my notes. Learn bronze head arrows. So we're just going to move that over here. Do you know where the fletching table is? I never knew one existed. Is it here? Is this it? Oh. Wait, where'd he go? It's right next to my trainer. Oh, my trainer's over here. Oh. Okay. Oh, this makes so much sense. Wow, thank you. Holy moly. So, copperhead. Okay. Looks like I need copper scraps. Okay. Oh wait, a buckler? Bard, Beasword, Cleric, Druid. Why would they make it so you could make a buckler if an archer can't use it? That's weird. Alright, anyways. So stonehead arrow, we know. Copperhead arrow. We're gonna have to practice with these first because we gotta get good. We gotta get good at making it. So we're gonna get some wood, we're gonna get some stone, and then we're gonna make some... Okay, but the next question is, how do I make copper scraps? So let's go to... Okay, so I don't need my fletching kit right now. Interesting. Man, Vontae, I'm so grateful. Thank you for the tip there. And this is how you get sidetracked in a classic MMO. You're like, alright, I'm gonna go do this, and now we're doing like a dozen other things. Okay. Copper scraps. Boom. Okay, so this is where you make copper scraps. Let's make some copper scraps. time out. And how do I make copper bars? What do I need? Copper ore, crude ingot. Okay. So, whoops. Okay, so copper ore equals copper bar. Copper bar equals copper scraps. Okay, and then crude ingot mold. How do we blacksmithing? You know what? I should have written that down. Crude ingot mold. Copper bar plus crude ingot mold. Okay, we got that. And then this is just that. Okay, cool. All right, so we're good there. And next we got, so this is the forge. And then fletching table. So that's going to be two separate things. So forge would be smelting, right? Smelting. No, that's trainer. Smelting supplies. Okay. Crude ingot mold. Oh, it's only one ingot. Okay. So let's buy... Let's just buy 20 for now. 20. Right? It's crude ingot mold. Is that what the note says? Crude ingot mold. Crude ingot mold. So we're going to buy 20 of those. Confirm. Okay. Perfect. So let's try to make some copper bars now. Oh, yeah, we need the copper ore. Okay, let's go back to the bank. Bonte said, "You're welcome, brother." And see, I didn't give you the answer, just pointed the way. No, that's awesome, dude. I really appreciate that. I mean, that's what I love about these kind of games, is that certain things you need to ask to kind of get started, but then like you point the person in the right direction, and then all your existing knowledge, like I knew where the smelter was, I knew where the forge was, I knew where, you know, basic stuff like that is, right? So I can like combine the puzzle pieces, right? Like you don't need to know everything overnight. All right, so let's put away the head. Okay, so I already have some copper bars. Oh, I have a good amount of rawhide scraps. I didn't know that. What else do I have? I wish you could put copper inside of the mining pouch. Yeah, you can't put any of that in there. That's unfortunate, but not a big deal. We're gonna sell our meat. Drew said, "I mained a monk in classic EQ through a plane of power, but later enjoyed playing various healers in WoW." Healing in WoW was pretty nice. All right, let's sell. Okay, our inventory is officially clean. These necklaces are pointless, for me at least. Okay. All right, next step, we are going to go back. Where are we going back? We're gonna go make some more copper scraps. Jetafix said, is there anything when you click the little hammer on the right of the fletching kit, or do you have to discover new recipes and only get basic ones seated on the kits? Let me reread that because I might not. I need to rub my brain cells together. So, is there anything when you click the little hammer on the right of the fletching kit? No, I don't think so. I think I know what you're talking about. You are talking about, whoops. You're talking about this little hammer. Oh. I didn't even know you could do that. Dude, thank you. Is there anything when you click the little hammer on the right of the fletching kit, or do you have to discover new recipes and only get basic ones? First of all, I didn't know you could even do this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Wood and copper scraps. Holy moly. So that means, hold on, if you can do that on the fletching kit, that means you can do that here too. Oh my gosh. Dude, Jetafix, thank you so much. I did not know that this was a thing. I did not know that this little button opens up your recipes. You guys are legends, man. I didn't know you could do this. Okay. Well, that makes things a lot easier. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna make some. Wait, what? Oh, you can take your scraps and remake it into a copper bar. We don't need to do that. We just need to make more copper scraps. And just like that, we're up to level 12 in smelting. Vontae said, I'll buy all your white fish, double what the vendor will. I need fish oil, lol. Vontae said, okay. And by the way, Vontae, yes, I will sell you all my fish, whatever you need, brother. Okay, so I have my copper scraps. I don't need this. I need wood next. So let me get my fletching kit. So copper arrows, wood, and copper scraps. Let's go back to the fletching table. I think the benefit of the fletching table is you can make larger quantities. So like if you have the fletching kit on the while you're traveling, you can make times 10. So like in a pinch, if you run out of arrows, you can chop some trees, get some wood, do some fun stuff there. But it's best to come back to your guild hall trainer or find a fletching table, and that way you can like craft bulk amounts of arrows. Vontae said to Jetafix, yes, the kits are handy that way, but there are tons of recipes you still have to discover that won't be there. Okay, thank you for answering that question for him, because I didn't know the answer to that. Okay, so I'm gonna fail if I try to do this. So let's just practice. Failed. We did it. Did it work? Okay, we did it. Perfect. Let's try again. Failed. Okay, it worked again. Let's do it again. Let's keep leveling it up. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Failed. Try again. Failed. Try again. Failed. And try one more time. Failed. Okay. Let's we made a decent amount though, honestly. So copperhead. How much damage is this? This is 2 damage. Bronze head is 3 damage. Okay. I'm gonna save the bronze head and I'm gonna use the copperhead. And we're gonna go do some mining and harvesting. We need to get some wood before anything else. This might not be the best place for wood. Yeah, there's too many people here. Let's get out of here. Actually, I might be wrong. I see some wood right there. Jetafix said, got it, thanks, still waiting to play, so appreciate the info. And don't forget, there's going to be a public beta playtest on the 27th. The closer we get, the more I'm going to repeat myself. That's why I didn't post anything about it at the beginning of the month, because I figured I'm just going to start talking about it like a week before the playtest. Same thing with Adralan Online. I'm not going to talk about it until like Friday. All right, he's chopping wood too. I kind of don't want to take his wood. Let's go to the next zone. I want to let him do his thing. I want to spread some kindness. And then I'm going to need to go refill my coffee. So I'll be right back. All right, give me a minute. I'm back. Yeah, definitely helpful to have. Ooh. Oh, darn it! I thought he had a staff. I'm always on the lookout for. I'm always on the lookout for staffs. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see any of these. Erdi Aragorn, is that you? LOL, Arwen says, bring back eggs and you're out of milk. Vontae said, I forgot to ask, go for it. Do you know where the fletching table is? Wow, thank you. Oh, okay. That's weird. Going back to lurking. Okay. Dang, I missed Erdi's message. That was rude of me. Alright, let's find some wood. There's a baddie right there. See if I can get close enough without aggroing. Oh. Okay, let's do this. All right, let's keep it rolling. And I think there's a bandit right by these rocks. Last time, that's where they almost got me. Okay, not right now. Oh, there he is. He's right there. Dude, I could barely see him. Oh yeah, and I still want to get my sword, so I need to do that. Alright, gotta keep a watchful eye on that bandit right there. So it's always nice to have somebody like Vontae who is really good at crafting. So I can learn a thing or two. What level are these guys? Maybe I should get into a group later. Ooh. This would be a good group right there. They're like the same level as me. Okay, that's tempting, but I'm on a mission right now. Ooh, and there's some ore right there. You failed to harvest anything. Okay, there we go. Got some copper. Yesterday was a really good group though. I know today's a little bit more relaxed than just running around and chopping trees, mining ore, but we'll see where the night takes us. The night is young. We may have enough wood. Oh, let me back up a little bit. Yeah, that might be enough wood. And I don't know if I can sneak up over here. I should be alright. Alright, so we're gonna get copper ore, crude ingot. Alright, we really need copper ore if we're gonna make more copper. And honestly, maybe I should start off by making some stone arrows just to like level up my fletching. That way I don't fail the copper stuff. Dang, now that I think about it, Vontae gave me bronze arrowheads like a few weeks ago. How the heck did he already get bronze? That's like a higher tier node, if I remember correctly. I wonder if they're a full group over there. I'm so tempted to join that group, guys, but I really want to get this done. Alright. Let's get some copper next. We're gonna get some copper. So for copper, we should go by the mountain. Let's go to the mountain. So we're just gonna make a beeline straight over there. And hopefully we can find some copper ore. Copper ore and stone. So what we'll do is we'll make some stone arrows to level up fletching. Once we finish leveling up fletching, we're gonna make some copper arrows. Once we're done with that, we're gonna get the new sword I was planning on getting. And Vontae actually said, he answered my question. It's because I was making them by the tons to level up at the time. Now I'm doing iron arrows. 4 damage. Dude, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Nice. By the way, I can get ya the fish whenever. Okay. Let's find some copper. I have no idea whether or not copper is here. This might be a big waste of time running over here. But we're gonna try anyways. Ghouls looking for group. I wonder if this is a secret passage to somewhere. No. It looked a little suspicious, that's why I checked. What's up here? Ooh. Can we sneak up there? Go somewhere we're not supposed to go? Okay. It looks interesting up there. Alright, so we didn't find any copper here. Let's head back to town, and there's a couple places where I think we can find some copper. Ooh, and it's the sunrise. Good. Ooh, bang. Bingo. I almost missed that. I need to pay attention. Let's see. By the way, I can get the fish whenever. Vontae said pretty much need white fish by the ton, man. So whenever you got it, I'm buying. Okay, so we're that means, guys, we're gonna need to have more fishing sessions. So maybe throughout the week, I'll leave the long play sessions for like the weekend. And then when I feel like just logging in after work, we'll do some fishing sessions. I want to learn more about fishing in general, so Vontae will be my teacher. Sell him my fish. Alright, cool. We got that. Beautiful sunrise. Ooh, share a lookout. Don't hurt me. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought I aggroed something. Okay, no copper. Alright, let's zone out of here. The giants of Zor were not always as they are now, but giants adapt. Is this guy going after copper too? Anytime I see somebody running around the mountainside, yeah, no, they're gonna need to find a way of getting, they have a lot of camps, which is good on them for that. But I definitely can see the need for more copper nodes, or just more mining nodes in general. Because it's like few and far between, especially in the starting area. See, like, he went right for it. He went right for it. Alright, so we're gonna have to go to a different zone, similar to what we just did. I'm gonna have better luck there. Brittle stone. Trent from Niche World Cut. Niche World's Cut. Wow, can't say that. Niche World's Cult. One of the devs. I wonder who that is. You know what? Before we go any further, let's go find the sword that I was talking about. It was amazing experience. I still remember it vividly 2 decades later. Teacher, stop it. Pretty much I need whitefish. Abante said, teacher, stop it. I'm just helping out the old school way. I remember when I first started EQ, I had an amazing mentor. He never told me how to do anything, but would send me on a little quest to figure it out. It was an amazing experience, and I still remember it vividly 2 decades later. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You're absolutely right about that. Give a man a fish. Teach a man a fish. Alright, here we go. So bronze scythe is 12 attack. That's two-handed. We don't need that. Bronze scimitar is 8 damage, 34 delay. So a little bit more damage, but the delay is worse. Let's keep going. Oh, that's huge. I think I'm just gonna go with this right here. Beast Druid for Incher, Ranger, Shaman. Okay, but I can't use it, so that's a nope. So if we can find something that's 626, that would be nice. Bronze short sword. There we go, bronze short sword. We'll use that. 5 attack, 24 delay. Yeah, this is perfect, because if we're going to level up our sword skill, we need something fast. So bronze, copper. Bronze is better than, bronze is better than copper. Copper short sword. Okay, Vontae is saying something. Let me read. Okay, Vontae is stopping me. Darn it. Okay. So it was an amazing experience. He said, dude, Gal's a blacksmith. Get her or she'll make you what you want. You just ask her about mats for a particular way. Yeah, but then I gotta go find the stuff, man. It's only a few silver. I can just get it to get started. Corroded bronze. 5. Look, a bronze short sword. Hold on, it's not even that expensive, man. Look. It's okay, I guess that's kind of expensive. 10 silver is a lot of money at this level. All right, fine. Here's what we'll do. I'll make a note. New sword, new bronze short sword, and what is it? 524. 5 attack, 24 delay. Okay. So we'll figure out the mats for that. Okay, so we got that. Learn bronze head arrows. We did that. Arrows, wood, stone. Get level 9 and 10 spells. Done. Done. Copper. Okay, we got all that. Now we just need to go get. Yeah, but here's the thing, Vontae. That means I'm gonna need to get copper. Not copper, sorry, bronze. And I'm not even close to mining bronze yet. Or even, well, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out where to find it. Just ask her about mats for a particular sword. Okay, that's fine. Now I figured I would get a cheap sword for now, just so I can start leveling up my my one-hand slash. But we'll see. We're gonna stick to the plan, and we're gonna go get more copper. Let's see if there's anything here. No. I think I remember there was some copper here somewhere. No copper there. Keep looking. Ooh, don't want to get attacked by those guys. Or are they friendly? Uneasy. Okay. Nope, just get copper and figure out a way to compensate the player for the offset. Okay. Got it. there's some copper right there. Let's see if I can get it before they spawn. Whatever, just go for it. I'll zone out if I get aggro. Bounty said you have to barter what is available to you. At least that's my method. Work constantly after cloth, rawhide scraps, and jackal pelts. Cloth and jackal pelts. Okay, well there you go. Now I have a use case for jackal pelts. I can loot this corpse in 8 seconds. 2 seconds. Alright, let me go back and see. Swapping over to Shaman. Need to get to level 17. We're constantly after cloth. Vante plus. Gal. Need. Alright, so constantly need cloth, rawhide, and jackal pelts. Okay. Noted. What's this? Oh, I'll take that too. Cool. When can I loot this guy? 1 minute. I'm not waiting 1 minute. Might as well grab some more wood while we're here. Oh, what's up, Vocal Cynic? Vocal Cynic said, hi all. Good to see you, brother. It's been a quiet night. We're just hanging out. I'm doing some trade skills, exploring a bit, knocking some things off my list. I got my updated skills for level 9 and level 10. I'm actually pretty close to level 10 actually, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, these are blue to me now. Let's see how quickly I can mow this guy down. Alright, I've never used Flurry of Arrows before, so let's see. Prepare yourself to unleash. Instantly resetting cooldown. Okay, let's try it. Oh, he got knocked out quick. Okay, cool. Let's go get some more stuff. We're gonna end up with a lot of wood. I'm gonna skip the wood for now. I just need to focus on getting this. Perfect. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. Happy to have you guys here, by the way. Hope everyone's doing well. Ooh, another one. Okay, now we're cooking with butter. 12 copper ore. A few more of these and we might be in good shape. I mean, as long as we have stone, then I can practice my stone arrows, level that up, and then I'll make my bronze arrows, and then I'll be all set. But I'll be honest, Vontae, what I might do is for the higher level swords, I might go ahead and take your advice and reach out to Gal and, you know, do some bartering there. But just based on the timeline of events, I had already set aside the 10 silver. I kind of expected to pay that much. So I'm going to go ahead and probably just buy that sword just so I can start leveling up the one-hand slash. And what I'll do is I'll start mining and getting more stuff together. And then I'll get you guys the rawhide and the cloth and the coyote pelts. And then I'll get some of the higher end stuff further end game. And then I'll ask for your expertise. But I think right now it's more like a time equity type of situation. It's like, do I wait or do I just go ahead and... Uh-oh. Vontae said, yeah, about that. What? What did I do now? Don't you talk me out of it. She better not have made it for me already. Because if you say that, I'm going to be upset. Super upset. No, I'm just kidding. Oh god. Jeez. Wait, that's a long sword though. I asked for a short sword, see? It was supposed to be a short sword. See, we got ourselves discombobulated because the short sword has the faster attack delay. So I can level it up faster. I'm still grateful. I feel bad saying like, oh no, you did it wrong. That's very sweet. Thank you so much, Vontae. Thank you, Gal. I really appreciate you. Because I'm going to be leveling up my one-hand slash from... oh, and this is two-hand slash, right? No, it's still one-hand slash, I think. Okay, well, at least... Wait. Am I tripping? But you give me 2 of them? Why would you give me 2? Oh my god. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate her. Tell her I said thank you. Here. Here, take this. And this. There. Perfect. See? Now we're trading. Now I feel better. Bow. And then I'll get you some fish as well. My good sir. I love the dual-handed weapons, by the way. Those look really nice. I wonder if the archer also gets a dual-hander. Be right back, 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. Told you that would be quick. So this is great. Now I have... So is this dual-handed? Oh, that looks dope. Look at that. So this is a primary or secondary. Yeah, that's sick right there. The attack delay on that is perfect. Vocal Cynic said dual wield plus mustache is a great combo on Vontae. Heck yeah, dude. Looks dope. Wait, we don't need to go over here. Wrong way. Dang, I miss my old coffee mug. I had a coffee mug that like keeps my coffee super hot, and I left it at Aldi the other day, and Aldi closes at 8, so I had to ditch it there. Gotta start collecting these jackal pelts. Also, thank you, Vontae, for the refresh of the SOW. I appreciate it. Alright, let's see here. Nothing here. Nothing there. Drew ATX said, hey to you too, man. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, my bad. I already said hi, but I'll say hi again. I was distracted with all the in-game chat, so I wasn't sure if that was directed to me, but I see you were saying hi to Vocal Cynic. Vocal Cynic. Dang, all the wood is here, man. I feel bad for not chopping it down, but this is good. I don't need the wood right now. Just gotta focus on the copper. And how are we doing on copper? We actually have a decent amount now. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty good on that. We'll get a couple more nodes and then we'll be done. There we go. Yeah, I can see myself getting a lot of enjoyment on this. Log it in for like 1 or 2 hours and just stacking up on everything I need. I really like the trade skills in EverQuest, but I mean, obviously, trade skills in EverQuest were pretty convoluted compared to like modern MMOs. It's not fair to compare it to modern MMOs, obviously, but I'm excited to have a classically inspired MMORPG with some modern quirks when it comes to trade skills. So I definitely plan on doing a lot of trade skills. Crypt Scarab. What is that? It's blue to me. Okay, let's practice our short sword. Come here. We gotta level up our... Where's our short sword? Slashing is 445. Yeah, I definitely prefer the one-hand slash. Perfect. What's my piercing? My piercing is 30 out of 45. Oh, okay, so I'll get my slashing skill up pretty quick. Yeah, look at it. It's going up super fast. And then I can always switch from the short sword to the long sword later if I want to do some more damage. This is the first time I fought a crypt scarab. Okay. I think if we go back and try to get that other node, it should be time, and then we can start running back to the fletching table and the blacksmith, so we can make some more arrows. Okay, going to be hunting in Fallen Pass, but Gal is out harvesting all over the place. Holler if you need something. Oh, I need a friend. Also, can you spell out Gal's name for me so I can friend her too, please? Okay, did somebody already? Okay, friend Gal. Interesting. Okay, somebody either got it or I'm tripping. Alright, let's head back to town. I think we're good. We got a stack of copper. We have a stack of stone. So we'll make the stone arrows first, then we'll do the copper. Ooh, there, right there. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Perfect. Maybe there's more up here and I just didn't see it. I was pretty shocked. At the beginning of the stream, I was listing off all the devs working on this. I had no idea that there was 37 official team members. And allegedly 50 people total if you're counting like contractors and other helpers. At least that's what ZBrush said today. And I noticed ZBrush wasn't on the website, like he's not under members, but he was working on M&M stuff today, and in his profile it says like contractor, you know, doing work, blah, blah, blah for different projects. So that's when I was like, I'm like, so is he like a contractor and he's helping with M&M? And if he's a contractor, that makes sense then. So it's like 37 team members plus 17 contractors. I mean, that's assuming it's 50 exactly, but ZBrush said it's close to 50 people. But that's crazy because I didn't know that. I didn't know there were so many people. For some reason, I thought they were still at like 20, 25 people. But 37 people is wild. Which makes me feel a lot more confident about a June early access launch date. I was worried because I was like, man, that's too much pressure to put on these guys. But honestly, it's a little bit more manageable with those kind of numbers, you know? I was just thinking about that because, I was just thinking about that because I said it at the beginning of the stream, and I was just like, dang, looking around the world, it's like, you know, how are they getting all this stuff done? And then, you know, you do the math, it kind of makes sense. Dual wield, vocal. Vontae said they're all under the volunteer umbrella, but some are set in stone. Others do it as they can. Yeah, for sure. That part of it makes sense, you know. I mean, it's kind of like somebody like me, right? I'm a fanboy, and if I was good at something, I would probably like volunteer my time, but then I'd be like, realistically, you know, I don't have the bandwidth to actually be involved in the project like permanently. So that's where I would like raise my hand and be like, yo, let me help out like twice a week to do X, Y, and Z. But obviously that's not the case because I don't have any good skills. It's like, it's not that I don't have a lot of good skills. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to me on this. It's like, you know how to do a little bit of everything, but you don't know how to do any particular thing at a level that would be beneficial to an actual dev team. Like I can go and I can pop open Unity right now. I have it installed, you know. I have some other programs too, but do I know how to use it proficiently? No, I'd have to like have tutorials up to do anything sufficient, and by the time I would have something done, it would probably be like, yeah, we can't use this, you know. But I remember when the project, when I originally got into the project, I really wanted to learn some of these tools. I actually made an entire Discord channel inside of my Discord channel section. Sorry, Discord section. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Are they chasing me? These fools. They do not know what they do. I'm just gonna level up my one-hand slash with you. Vante said, I'm in the same boat, jack of all trades kind of guy. I'm a really great problem solver and think tank. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Like, obviously, you wouldn't be able to tell from watching a stream, though, because to anyone that's ever done a stream before and played a game and talked to chat, your brain is doing, like, very different things. Because you're technically doing something creative, but then you're doing something that's relaxing, which is, like, gaming, and then you're using social skills because you're talking to people. It's hard to... like, I don't formulate, the way I formulate thoughts and ideas when I'm off stream and by myself is completely different than when I'm doing it on stream. That's why a lot of times when I'm telling a story or when I'm explaining something, like, I need to stop everything I'm doing, and even then my ideas they're not, like, well polished, you know? So that's why a lot of the times, especially on stream, I don't talk about my ideas because it will, like, honestly, it will just sound dumb. It will sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, you know. But like, even right now, like, getting that sentence out was extremely difficult for some reason. So I don't know how those people do it. You know, they stream for like 8 hours, they're reading the chat, they're responding, and then they're doing like some heavy kind of brain activity, a task on stream. Like, you know, we make fun of those people and say, it's like, man, you're getting paid millions to sit at a computer and talk to people. It's like, it's a little bit harder than you think. And when you really boil it down, what they're doing is broadcasting. Right, so you wouldn't say that about a radio host. You wouldn't say that about a news anchor, right? And the thing is, a news anchor, he has a production team to do everything. When you're a streamer, you are the production team. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that, like, at the end of the day, if you're making millions off streaming, it's like you got a pretty good gig. You know what I mean? Sitting in the comfort of your home, going live when you want to go live, and just, like, literally talking to people. So it's definitely something. All right. Yablonsky said, do you think Eminem can have the depth that EQ had? Do you think Eminem will have the depth EQ had? Let me think about that. Because I could just say yes, but compared to... because there's several things. It's like depth as in lore, depth as in systems, depth as in progression, depth as in... stats, you know what I mean? Because, like, EverQuest did a really good job with like stats, like +1 strength, +2 strength, you know what I mean? What does that mean in relation to your armor, to your character, and AC? There's so many different facets. So I think overall, if you want to compare apples to apples, we would have to say M&M 1.0 launch, which has all the zones, the continent fleshed out, all the classes, all the trade skills, everything that EQ had when it went into 1.0. And the question is, will it be more in-depth than EQ was at launch? My opinion is yes, because Unity grants them the ability to implement systems faster than the archaic code that the EQ devs had to wrestle with. You know, they had to create all the systems from scratch, versus Unity has already created some of those systems. Like even the UI is easier to work with in Unity than it is working with the code that the EQ devs had. I also think another factor is, well, if you're comparing zones, right? Like Freeport had to be split up into like 3 or 4 different zones. Meanwhile, Night Harbor is the zone, plus it has the docks, it has the 2 starting areas, it has nodes everywhere for crafting and mining and chopping trees. So already that is more in depth than EQ. The other factor is lore. EverQuest has a very deep lore. Now, it's not immediately evident because the world visually shares the lore, but there's not like a easy quest system that spits out the lore to you until you start like digging deep into like later quests. And really most of the lore is like outside of the game. I don't know how to answer that question because who knows? I mean, they're still developing the lore for this game. So, I mean, I would say yes, but you also have to remember that this is being developed by an indie team, and not indie in this sense of like everyone calls themselves indie. Like this is a true indie team where it's just volunteers, versus EverQuest, which was developed by a professional dev team. And that specific team obviously had the resources, but they weren't like modern MMO dev teams, which think they know it all, but actually know very little. They were able to like just try different things, and they didn't have investors telling them what they can or can't do. Like they went all in. So it's definitely a little bit different, but can they do it? Of course, yeah, I think so. Will they do it? I think so. You know, I mean, but they already have mounts in the game. They already have not caravans, but they plan on having caravans. But they do have like the mules, which can carry more storage. You know, they have the different spell books. Like a spell book is not just a UI element; it's a physical item that you can purchase, and you can have multiple spell books. So there's already more depth from that perspective. So I would suspect, if we're comparing apples to apples, 1.0 launch of EverQuest versus 1.0 launch of M&M, whenever that might be, M&M will definitely have more depth than EverQuest. And if I'm being completely honest, and some people are not going to like this take, but I'm already having more fun playing M&M than EverQuest, which is a statement I never thought I would say before learning about M&M. I would always say like EverQuest is always going to be more fun than yada 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 game, right? And M&M is always going to have a special place in you know my heart, blah blah blah. It's always going to be special and unique, and it doesn't matter what game comes after it. It's EverQuest. You can't replace it. But I am already having more fun in M&M than if somebody said, "Do you want to play EverQuest right now, like Project Worm, P99, or do you want to play M&M in its current state?" I'd say, I'd rather play M&M. So, again, my personal opinion. Some people might not like that, but I mean, that's how I feel. All right. I need another torch. All right, let's actually do what we said we were gonna do. Monte said not to mention quality of life. Yeah, that's actually a great point. Quality of life is another big aspect. Vontae said at Ublonsky, it already does, in my opinion, just lacks the range of content and polish. Yeah, that's a great answer. Dang, the copper is still red. Well, let's make some of these too. Okay, we're just gonna keep crafting stone until this becomes yellow. Okay, there it is. Or I guess we'll just keep doing it until it's trivial, or... Hold on. Let's see if this failed. Okay. Perfect. Yep, let's just keep crafting copperhead. Failed. Okay, yeah, I think we're on the right... Oops. We're on the right track. Fletching has increased to 29. Yes, we did it. Alright, it's officially easier to make. This is what I was trying to accomplish, so we're in really good shape right now. I'm still failing, but at least my fletching is going up quickly. And yes, I know I can create 1,000 or 500, but I'm trying to level it up, so that's why I'm not touching those. Okay, now that I have this... No, I don't have enough stuff. Okay. Okay, bingo. So now we have... We have trainees, stonehead. We don't need the trainee arrows. Let's get rid of that. It's gonna weigh us down. Copper, bronze, stonehead. So this will be the backup. This will be that. I might just need to sell that stuff. Oh my gosh, this inventory glitch is messing with me. Okay, are we good? So copperhead, stone. I'm gonna save the bronze heads for last. Alright, we officially completed our next task, so done. Wood, stone, and then bronze. So we made our arrows. We got our new bronze sword. So we learned how to make bronze head arrows. We got arrows. We got the bronze short sword. We got the level 9 and level 10 skills. Now we need to focus on getting to level 10. And how much money do I have? I still have 18 silver. I thought I had a lot less than that. I feel like somebody spoiled me. And then we're going to sell all this stuff. We're going to save this for Vontae. We're going to set this aside for later. And we're going to sell... Oh. If you just saw that, you know exactly why I made that face. Hold on. Okay. copper spear, rusty war lance, mining pick. We're gonna sell this stuff too. Crude ingot. I'm gonna set that aside. Tattered, crypt, tattered. I was really hoping with the patch that Ali made to fix the inventory bug that it would have fixed it, but it looks like it might have gotten better, but it's still not. Like, this issue didn't exist a few weeks ago, you know? Like, I felt like the one thing I was very proud of was the inventory compared to like the way it was a year ago was super snappy. Like, it never did this like whiplash thing that it's doing now. Can you imagine how hard it is to develop a game? Like, you're constantly adding, implementing, bug fixing, and then you fix something and you add something and it breaks something that has been working for like years. So frustrating, dude. Like, I'm not even upset that this bug exists because we're in a beta testing it. But imagine how frustrating it is. I'm frustrated for them, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Okay, copper spear, sell. Sell. Nope, do not sell that. Tattered rawhide vest. Isn't that just a shirt? Yeah. What do I have now? I already have that. What else? Alright, while we're here, let's double check our armor. Maybe we can upgrade something. This helmet is only 2 AC. Oh, cloth veil. Let's see if we can replace the face mask with something else. We can't wear a chain, right? Yeah, we can't. Monte said, not to mention quality of life, you're doing it the best way, especially since it's their 4th time trying to patch it. It must be hard to nail down. Yeah, man, dude. It's like like, can you imagine? I mean, you know, they talk about this a lot with MMOs in general, how hard they are to develop, but imagine bug fix. All I can say is I really hope this is something that in the future, I don't think it's early for this, but maybe 5 years from now, AI can help because it can read the logs, it can track what changed, and you can just have a high level view, like basically a micromanaging AI. You don't necessarily need it to do anything for you. It just monitors all your logs, it monitors all the changes, and it basically helps you identify if this, then that. What happened when I changed this and caused that. Like, the way I've implemented AI in my personal life has created so many efficiencies. It's not even funny. Like, creative stuff, I still do it myself, unless I just need, like, hey, remove the background, right? Something where I would have to manually do. Now I can just be like, remove background, make it transparent PNG, boom. And I would sit there and I would be like, click, 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 trying to get it perfect. It's like the creativity still comes from me, but AI just helps me do the busy work, basically. And that leaves me more time to be creative. Or like somebody like leaves a hateful comment and I could just be like, all right, AI, write a comeback to this guy, completely destroying their logic and making it so that nothing they say in response will ever be able to counter what I say. And then I'll just like copy paste it and I'll be like, boom, he spent more energy on it than I did. And now I'm living in their brain and I've already moved on and didn't even spend any time thinking about the response because AI did it for me. I've never actually done that, but I just thought it was a clever way of using it. Feel free to take that. All right, tattered hide mask. No. Tattered leather. Dude, 3 AC is a joke. Tattered padded leather is 4, but it's 12. That's not worth it. Okay, so it's just not worth it. It's not worth replacing. Yeah, moving on. I tried. All right, what's our next step, guys? So I guess I could sell this and well, I guess I do kind of need to get some more arrows. So let's go get some more wood, finish up our arrows, and then we're going to be done because I'm going to need more than 1,500 arrows. And I'm going to use these as backup. Oh, another dev. Camisade, whatever that means. Okay, we're good on that. What's this? Dude, why is there a skeleton right there? Oh my gosh, it's a goblin. What? Are you guys seeing this? There's an actual goblin corpse right there. And his name is Coffee. That's interesting. Bro. All right. Bronze longsword, we're gonna hold on to that in the bank. Low quality jackal pelt, we're gonna hold on to that for our friends. Let's buy some food and water. And what kind of fish did you need, Vante? Whitefish. All right, so let's see, whitefish, and whitefish. Okay, so we got the whitefish. Let's make a note actually. Ante equals whitefish. Gal equals cloth. Thank you, Vante, I see you. Alright, next step, we are going to take the whitefish, hold on to it. Let's put the... Oh no, we gotta hold on to the crude ingot. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's go chop some trees. Pretty much. Let me go back. Great, Gala, thanks. NP main. Yablonsky said depth like in EQ if you wanted this item as a bard with low faction to the quest turn-in guy. So he has to find a rare clicky ring to change his appearance to change his faction in order to turn in. Oh. I'm trying to think if there's already something like that in game. I think there's an example of something like that already. Not specific that, but yes, that Yablonsky. That's the kind of stuff I'm excited to see. Give me a second, guys. All right, I'm back. Hey, I just want to say something. Dang it. I wanted to say this casually, but now it's coming out hard. It's hard to say this. Okay. I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all the people that are being like nice and positive and leaving nice comments and chatting and just being cool people. Like, not specifically you did something nice. It's just being the people that you are. Because you have no idea how much, like, we all have bad days. We all have like difficult moments in life, right? But when you have positive people around you, when you have just people with cool vibes, and just in general, I can't get it out. Just thank you for everything that you guys have been over the past 2 years. I've run into nothing but kind and generous people, generous with their time, generous with their opinions, with their ideas, with their help, with their kindness. It means a lot. You know what I mean? I go on rants sometimes and tangents, and it usually is something negative. This is my rant and tangent about something positive. When I got up a moment ago, I was thinking about it. It just randomly popped into my head. I'm like, damn, these people are so kind. And especially when you have like stuff going on in real life, which I still haven't talked about, and I'm not going to, but it's been going on for like 2 years, and it escalates and then diminishes, escalates, and just whatever. It's like having somebody in real life there for you, only not, because, I don't know you guys face to face, but the impact that you guys have just being here and hanging out and talking and leaving comments and just doing what you guys do, it helps in ways that I could never repay you guys. So thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you guys do. Just know that everything that you guys say and do, it's appreciated and it helps. So thank you. That's all. Okay. Dang, I don't know why that was so hard to say, but let's go back to being fun. All right, so where we at? I want to sell some of this resin. How much does this weigh? Oh, it weighs nothing. Weighs absolutely nothing. All right, let's go get some wood. All right, whitefish. There's a certain quest. So without spoiling anything, okay, this is, so Yablonsky said, depth like EQ, if you wanted this item as a bard and low faction to the quest, turning guy, so he has to find a rare clicky ring to change his appearance, to change his faction in order to turn in. And then Monte responded, so without spoiling anything, yes, they already have that. There's a certain quest for a class or two that get unique spells from the faction NPC merchants. Ali just announced a restart coming on the Discord. Yeah, I did see that while I was yapping away. 10 minutes or something like that. So cool. Vante said, you repay me all the time by putting up with me, so we're even. Alright, bet. I don't know why you keep thinking people put up with you. I mean, like, you say that even when it comes to the M&M team, like, yeah, I feel bad because I'm probably driving them crazy. Here's the thing, though. You've got good knowledge and good opinions, so I'm sure that the M&M devs, even when they don't agree with you, they probably appreciate it because it gets the gears moving, you know? At least they're not bad ideas. Like, I've seen some bad ideas, some bad suggestions. You know, like how they say, "Oh, there's no bad idea." It's like, no, there's definitely such a thing as what is it? There's no such thing as a wrong answer or a bad question. Yeah. There's no such thing as a bad question. It's like, yeah, no, there is absolutely a thing. There's definitely such a thing as a bad question, you know. But no, man, you keep me grounded. I need somebody to show me the ropes, dude. I'm a noob when you really think about it, man. I mean, I get good after a while, but it takes me a while. And I think it's probably because I spend so much time paying attention to like the skybox and being goofy with that stuff that while everybody else is like focused on stat maxing and min maxing, I'm over here like, oh my gosh, look at the stars. 5 minutes, perfect. Bonte said, I know how much of a pain in the butt I am. Well, there you go. That's why I gave that whole speech about like, thank you, like not you, Bonte. I was like thanking everyone else. Thank you for being there for me and being nice, because I'm going through something terrible in my life right now. And that was you. I'm actually, you are what's causing me all the pain in my life. So all the nice comments from all the community is balancing out the pain and turmoil that you put me through. So there you go. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but that's what it really is. Bonte abuses me. What's the symbol for abuse? Send help. Oh my gosh. Bonte said, Drew did a pound me sign. Pound. What was I doing? Drew. No, Vontae said, dude, I'm a difficult person to like, and I get that. I'm far too opinionated and passionate about things. Nah, man, you're good. You would just make a really good Discord mod. I'm messing with you. I mean, you probably would, though. Not gonna lie. The thing is, I can tell you're one of those intellectuals. Like, people that are intellectuals and they're smart and their brain moves at a faster pace and they have a higher IQ. Sometimes to others, they might come across as rude, but I've been around many people like that growing up. And to other people, it might come off as rude, but for me, I get it. So like, I'm a little bit different. Like, I surround myself with people that are way smarter than me, right? But at the same time, like, I'm not a low IQ person. But where I do well is like social and emotional maturity. Like, I've always liked interacting with people, talking to people, hearing people, understanding people's perspectives. Like, I remember when I was like in 3rd grade, dude, this is going to be really weird, so just bear with me. I used to picture what the other person is seeing through their eyes, but physically. Like, I would literally, as a kid, I would concentrate and close my eyes and like imagine seeing what that other person is seeing and try to get into their head as far as like why they're feeling the way they're feeling. Like, I know that sounds super weird, but I mean, again, think about it like, this is a kid. I guess the modern term for that would be like empath or whatever. Let's not, like, empathy is something everybody has or has in it, or has levels of it, right? Not like the new age stuff like, oh, are you an empath? I have empathy, if that's what your question is. But anyways, but as a kid, I was like really into that. And then there's other people that are super technical. Their brains are like rocket ships, you know what I mean? And they have engineering brains. They're like calculators, right? And sometimes those type of people that have these gifts, they come off as rash or this or that. And the reality of it is, as long as you have self-awareness, which you do, otherwise you wouldn't be saying it, then it sometimes causes an issue in certain circles. But I don't think it's an issue because, I mean, you're over here saying that, hey, sometimes I come off as this. Well, that shows self-awareness. And I will say personally, I haven't ever seen that come out of you. I haven't seen you like, oh, that was an asshole take. I've never heard you say anything remotely disrespectful, assholey, or condescending, like I know more than you. If anything, everything you've ever shared with me is gives the vibe of a person that's trying to help. You know what I mean? So there's that. Honestly, the ambience music is pretty fire. Holy crap. Dude, I'm a different person. Drew said, I'd take a small community of great people over a large community any day. Yeah, man, 100%, Drew. And that's what I was appreciative of, is like the community has been so dope. So yeah, Fonte said 100% agree. Blansky said, honestly, the ambience music is pretty fire. You got going and watching is bringing back EQ nostalgia, comfort feelings. Yeah, man. The music, the sound effects is incredible. All right, we're going to get over here by the gate, and then we're going to log back in and out. I'm probably too late to camp. All right, there you have it. All right, we're going to log back in. I'm going to repair my files while I'm at it. Honestly, the ambience music is pretty chill. Fonte said LOL. Oh god, it's not a mod, LOL. Yeah, I mean, you know. I'm only teasing. Reddit mod, Discord mod, any mod. Ublansky said a new game like EQ doesn't exist, and I don't understand why. I hope this one can do it. I think the main reason for that is so many people, like devs and investment groups, they saw the success of World of Warcraft, and then they immediately just thought that that's the only way of making an MMO. And people forgot about the formula of what EQ did. Okay, I still can't log back in, so the server's still restarting. Ante said, the power. Ublansky said, a new game like EQ doesn't exist. Ublansky said, I want for that is what is bringing us together. Eminem is as close as it gets, in my opinion, Vante said. The style, the mechanics, the nostalgia. Drew said, definitely can't wait to get in there. Vante said, the mystery of discovery and dopamine is real again for me. I was just about to ask, should we repair just in case? Yeah, so I'm repairing the client right now just in case. But I don't know if it did anything. I'm going to try to log back in. Oh no, the servers are still down. Yeah. He's probably restarting it. Whoops. Sorry about that. All right, we're gonna repair again. Okay, it looks like it's back up. All right. Want to buy Air Taco said want to buy 30-minute idle kick for Night Harbor. Oh, that feels snappy. Oh, did I speak too soon? Oh, no. It does feel snappy. Okay, quick. Wow, let's go get as much wood as we can. Wait, the wood's not back? Didn't the server restart? What? Did I just double shot him? Oh yeah, I did. All right, let's chop some wood, bro. I don't know why I didn't take the time to get comfortable today, man. That's much better. Oh my gosh. Yablonsky, you're good. He said, yeah, I've been typing terribly. Sorry. No, you're good. If you don't mind me asking, Yablonsky, where are you from? Because anytime I see something like ending with a key like Yablonsky or something like that, it makes me think of like Eastern European, Slavic, something like that. And is that anything to do with that, or is that just like the name that you chose and there's no association with real life? Just curious. And again, you don't have to answer that question. I get a kick out of that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh, these jackals, man. Vontae's about to get his wish. I'm about to skin all these jackals. Oh my gosh, Vontae. Oh, he's gonna show off again. I'm not gonna show off. I'm not gonna speak. First of all, I actually don't tell people where I'm from, especially in today's day and age, because you might get some unwanted responses. I've had some run-ins with people. They're like, "You're from where? You bastard!" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, really? What did I do?" "You're a scum." I'm like, all right, man, it's cool. Good talk. Dude, I think it's dope. No, I mean, it's useful. I mean, the funny thing is, I don't speak Spanish, and my wife is Spanish, so that's kind of embarrassing. You'd think that I would know how to speak her language, her whole family speaks broken English and fluent Spanish. So whenever I fly out to visit her family in Central America, I can't communicate with them. Like, I can say basic things, but honestly, like, it's kind of shameful. After 13, 14 years of marriage, I should be able to speak fluent Spanish. So I feel that would be more impressive if I could do that. Oh, it's like that? That's what we're doing now? Okay. I speak bad English and bad Spanish. That's funny. Wante said I'm bilingual too. I speak bad English and bad Spanish. That's funny. It's kind of loud. Saying I'm not near as fluent as I should be either. Well, especially in Texas. In Texas, everybody speaks Spanish. Same thing in Florida. And actually, not even. Well, yes, Texas is probably more extreme and Florida is more extreme, but I mean, when I lived in the Northeast, it's just as prevalent there. Like, Spanish has become pretty much the secondary language in the United States because it's so widely spoken. Like, everything is "si habla español," and it's like everywhere. So like, you're at a disadvantage if you don't know Spanish. The heck was that? This better not be like one of those Agriland streams where I had to pull out my 9. That was a weird sound. I have my alarm on, so I don't need to worry about it. No association in real life, California based. Okay, Blonsky, never mind. Thanks for answering. I was just curious. Vante said same. I'm not near as fluent as I should be either. Texas, but terrible Spanish. Yeah. Okay, so I think we have more than enough of everything. We got wood. That's way too much. I don't need that much resin, dude. That's crazy. All right. So let's go get the rest of our arrows. That was the only reason we were getting the wood. And then we're going to move on. Gonna see if I can get a second win. The name of character from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Oh, that's very creative. I like it. I really need to watch some movies, man. I haven't seen a good movie in a while. Like, and really, I just want to rewatch some of like the 90s and 2000s movies, early 2000s. Self-certification is now live for your channel. What does that mean? Gives you more control over your videos, monetization, answer. Oh, that's crazy. Apparently my videos are monetized now. That's awesome. I'll get to make 30 cents a month. Honestly, if somebody wanted to make money from content creation, I think the way to do it is Twitch. Like, I watch some of the devs, for example, the ones that have like subs open and other stuff. If you ever want to support devs, Twitch is a great place to do it because you can gift subs and all that other stuff. I feel like YouTube is like way behind on that kind of stuff, but that was never a priority for me, so that's why I don't want to be on Twitch, because it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, theoretically, if I wanted to make money, I'd probably be on Twitch, because I feel like they have a system specifically for that. Ooh, he looks tight. Mr. Arthur. Okay, so we're gonna sell this resin, and then we're gonna... I wonder if he has any use for the unusual jacket pelt. Vontae, do you need this unusual jacket pelt? Alright, I think we're organized, and I'm gonna sell some of this resin. I don't want that resin. Okay, no sir, he said, so we're gonna sell this. Lumberjacking supplies. Resin. Sell, 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 and sell. Okay, we're just gonna leave. We'll leave 2 stacks. Yeah, perfect. Alright, let's go make the rest of our arrows. Let's get a SOW. Drew said, calling it a night. Enjoyed the stream. Take care, my friends. Take care, my friend. Thank you, Drew, for being here. I'm glad you enjoyed it, even though tonight was much more just slow and random. Any soul to spare? Have a great night. Thank you. Jeez, I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention and I had the gamma all the way up. I hate it when I do that. Have they created a macro for that yet? Gamma 50 or 100? No, there's no such macro. Or not macro, but text command. Wait. Oh, darn it. I thought they fixed the stats mini. It's still broken. Whoa, look at that. Hey, this reminds me of what Yablonsky was talking about. Because you can morph into this character. Look at this, man. This is so cool. I really should take a screenshot while I still can. Nope, too late. Darn it. Okay, let me... Options, turn off the names. I want to get them. I wish they were facing each other again. Darn it. No, whatever. That's still a good screenshot. We'll do that. Alright, we're done there. Let's go make our arrows. I didn't get a SOW, so that's too bad. YouTube is slowly getting there, but Twitch is still more lucrative for the streamer. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm only now figuring that out because I'm getting all these messages about like monetization, and I see Twitch and stuff, but I don't want to be on Twitch, and I'm not here to make money, so it doesn't really affect me. But I prefer YouTube because the encoder is so much better, dude. Like, you can't get this level of quality on Twitch. You can't. Like I was watching some streams for that new Black Desert game, Crimson Desert, and that game like has great graphics, but none of the Twitch streams look good. Everything is like 1080p, 1440, and even the 1440 looks very, very whack. Wante said, no sir, not the usual one. Drew said, call it a night. Yeah, okay, I'm caught up. I've been very slow with chat lately. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so we need copper bars. We're gonna craft copper bars. What am I doing? I'm chopping the forge with my sword. Good times. Even though it doesn't seem like it, we got a lot done today, man. I'm in a really good place now. Thank you, Vante, for all your help. I'm definitely going to be set up for next week, that's for sure. I mean, I'll try to get on and do long session maybe throughout the week, but I've got a lot of stuff coming up. I got to take a couple flights, and it's going to be a busy end of the month for me. Actually, I might not need to fly anywhere, but starting in April, I'm going to have to like fly at least once a week. Which is fine, I guess. Like, I'm kind of looking forward to that, but I'm kind of just like, I've got so much personal stuff going on at home that flying for work is kind of nerve-wracking because I'd rather be at home so I can take care of my family. Now, if I was single, then I would say, awesome. I'm going to be flying around for my job. Who wouldn't find that fun? Okay, let's see if we can craft 1,000. We did it. Failed. We did it. Last attempt. Failed. Okay. 2 out of 2. So we have copper, stone. Alright, we have more than enough arrows. How much do these weigh though? 0? Okay. Alright, let's bank all this stuff and let's get out of here. Vante said, "You're welcome, bud. Glad you enjoyed yourself." Yeah. Honestly, I learned a lot. I learned more from this session than I have in a very long time. Especially with the crafting stuff. Because it's not only am I learning the recipes and figuring out, but it's helping me it's opening up my mind to think of other things like, okay, so if this works this way, then there's probably something for this thing and this other trade skill. So I'm excited to see where else I can apply this knowledge. One more thing. I'm gonna buy another bag, maybe 2. Yeah, 2 more bags. Bro, I need a SLW. This is crazy. I'm so used to having SLW, now I'm spoiled. By the way, has anyone tried the Crimson Desert game yet? It seems like something I would like because it's very like janky and open-ended. Okay. Ublansky said good night, y'all. Happy Saturday night. Happy Saturday night to you too. Thank you for hanging out. I'm really tempted to stay on a little bit longer and get a level. Vante says, I don't need the unusual pet, but it does start a quest. Oh. I'd sell you, but I'm in SGS. Sangreet. Is that Sangreet something? Alright, let's migrate some of this stuff. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the fish until I run into you again. We're good. Alright, let's sell and then buy some food. And we're gonna go check out what we can do for the last bit of time. I mean, I've been on for almost 3 hours, so it might be a good time to just call it. We're in really good shape now. Neutral said Eminem seems very chill. Avante said it can be for sure. You sort of get to dictate that, really. Yeah. It can be as chill or as crazy as you want it to be. Like today was all about chill. Yesterday was like a little bit more crazy. Monty said, I'm so sleepy. Me too, bro. You can tell by my voice that like I'm not even projecting anymore. I'm just like talking extra slow. I mean, honestly, let's really think about this. I've already accomplished everything except for leveling up. I got my arrows, I got my bronze head, I got my bronze short sword. Thank you, brother. Thank you, gal. I got my skills, and now I just gotta do this. So maybe next goal. Date to be determined. I need 1.5 more yellows. I feel like that's so close though. Alright, let me think. What can I solo? I would need to get a campfire and SOW. Yeah, before I do anything, I need to get a SOW. Let me ask. Hi, y'all. Any SOW at the bank? I'm almost there. I should start putting like a disclaimer for people. It's like, do not drive or operate heavy machinery while listening to this stream. And it's a very quiet night. There's not a lot of people here tonight. I'm gonna add some wood to this fire. Nice. All right, give me 2 seconds. Yeah. Vontae said I just want 17th and I can group with Gal again. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday. She's like way higher than you, dude. That's crazy. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it, guys. We had a lot of fun last night. I mean, hopefully we had some fun tonight, but tonight was all about getting organized. Alright, thank you Vontae for everything. Thank you Drew for hanging out. Thank you Blonsky. Thank you Vocal Cynic. Thank you Jetafix. Thank you Neutral. And thank you Dan Molina for hanging out in the chat. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Hope you guys get a lot of rest. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Vontae said, no problem, brother. Have a good night. Have a good night, man. Thanks for everything.